Hi there, signs of Leo. This is Kim here to do a next 48-hour reading for you all. I have already burned the sage, so let's get into this reading. As usual, I ask that your spirit team and your angels join. The messages are made to resonate for your highest good. So if it is talking about a situation or energy we don't like, then the goal is, to get in there and kind of change that up, which you certainly can. You're the master alchemist. You can transmute and change these energies. So that's why it's good to know which ones are going to be there. So Leo, let's pull from the wisdom of the oracle. I'm going to do what I did last time with the past, present, future, just because it's a really easy spread, but you can get into it pretty extensive when we start to clarify with different decks. So past energy for Leos. Past energy for Leos. Oop. The thinker. Number 44. 44 might be something to you also. To me, 44 is kind of meaning about like the path is stable or what you're supposed to be on. Now, this is probably being really in the mind for strategy too. Because she's sitting on the building blocks, thinking. Sometimes it's a good thing. So, present energy, just breathe, and soulmates. I'm going to take both of these for the present energy. So, it's about being in that relaxed state that attracts the same relaxed thing that you're trying to let go for, right? So breathing exercises or focusing on breath. And it could be because of being in like a happy situation too, So future energy, time for a nap. Time for a nap. Rest. Break, recuperation on the bottom of the deck. To be fair, having things balance out, whatever that means for you, this is a good thing. Sometimes this could indicate some change. When I see soulmates here, I feel like there could be maybe a spot where you're like, I don't know how to get past this point, right? And so with the help of strategy, part of the strategy could be while you're relaxing and getting your vibration higher for yourself, you're also attracting that higher vibration events and people that sometimes might hold the key to like a specific event too that's supposed to happen in your life, or you know what I mean, or fate or destiny. I like that idea. So that can indicate to me like a herald of change and something that provides an answer. Now, whatever this is, maybe breathing through the work, maybe there's some hard work ahead. You have 44, 41, 29, and then 24 for future energy. Time for a nap. Let's pull from the double majors. There's 2 of each major arcana and 2 of each court card in this deck, so I don't have to do reversals, but just to let you know that some of the meanings are a little bit different than traditional tarot. All right, so past energy, give us some clarification for this thinker energy. 44. Okay, well, when I see this card, I think that something isn't moving, but it's for a reason, and another maybe external factor here that that keeps something from moving forward all the way. Could be this, could be what this Chariot is about, because the lion's asleep, so this person looks like they're alert and they're standing there and ready. So it's like having a pause to think It's probably what has occurred. Having a pause, and like it was a necessary, you could look at it as a divine pause. Tell me about soulmate energy. Soulmate energy. Well, and it's like, it's when you have control over your vices, when you say goodbye to toxic relationships and things like that. When you say goodbye to those toxic relationships, the good ones get attracted to. So it's kind of like it's a vice versa energy here. Focusing maybe also on not being chained to addictions or the vices that we so oftentimes use to try to feel better or feel a certain way. So maybe breathing is a lot of the answer. It is maybe your medicine here. Tell me about breathe. Focus on breath. The Hangman. Yeah. Why? So that it comes with the saying, why sacrifice, and like why do all this unnecessary hanging around? Why don't I focus on the one thing that I can control at this moment, which is not getting up there with the Hangman, and then also taking deep breaths. So being here and present, the thing you can control, you're breathing. We have Capricorn. Well, we have Cancer, Capricorn, Virgo. Tell me about time for a nap. Justice. She is not blind, though. She is specifically, well, the scale is in her hand. So, and her eyes are open. So, maybe this is like there's a lot to be aware of, or there is some feeling of what, this doesn't feel fair. I don't know where that feeling's coming from, but we can, let's see if we can get another card with justice. Get another card with justice. The Tower. I feel like this is one of those, the Tower is overted though. Trying to stop something from completely falling down. Maybe looking at what did have major sudden change, a transformation. Like looking at back, trying to restore something. So it's interesting that the time for a nap is there too. Maybe there's just a whole lot that you've already put in here to holding something up. Justice. Justice is blind. All right, let's get some tarot Rider-Waite tarot deck, and let's see what they have to say. Okay, tell me about the Chariot here. Of what's not moving forward within a partnership. Because of some kind of sneaky or underhandedness, we have possibly tactics being used, but this is like where some kind of deception was present within a partnership, or it is the reason why something didn't move. I don't know. It's like how to get something moving. That's the strategy, how to get something moving. Not letting your addictions run you, or any kind of toxic sabotaging behavior. Yeah. Putting your demons in check. Tell me more about this. Taking control of your demons. And no more waiting. Control what you can control and focus on your breath. Yeah, so this is indicating that there's going to be big changes, especially when it comes to whatever you feel attached to that might be sabotaging your path towards victory or getting yourself there. It can mean that this Tower is like you can try to always your whole life be trying to make something fair, and you'll never be able to quite achieve that. There's major changes and transformation, not only with commitments here, but there's a situation being put to rest. Time for a nap instead of trying to salvage something here. And I don't know what it's talking about. These are just big moves. 1111, I look at that card as being kind of like related to your soul purpose. More waterfalls. Uh-oh. I think that's good. Yeah, I kind of relate it to your soul purpose because purposeful points, goals met, possibly. Making big moves. It could be celebrating a anniversary of being apart from something that was pulling you down. This can be like oh, it's been 1 year since I've been away from this energy, you know what I mean? So it can be that too. No more waiting, fix the things you can fix. That's the message with this. Tell me more about the Hangman and the Four of Wands. Whoops. The Three of Swords. It's counting something as, well, that was a loss, or that was hurtful, or going through this event was a sad time. Sad times. No more waiting to move past and put the hurtful things to rest, like bury it already, is what this card is saying. To me, when it's showing up like this, it's saying it's time. You've gotten control over some of these things that were really big problems in the past, and therefore it's time for no more waiting to actually put something in the ground and move past it. Okay, so time for a nap. It's not anything to be afraid of. These are the things that just come. They come in and out of our lives, all of us. So it happens. Doesn't have to be a third-party situation, but it could have been. It's something from past issues or from the past. Empress. Whew. Okay. Strong energy. Strong energy. What can you create, or what are you trying to salvage with the Empress energy? Or is this Empress energy like avoided some kind of catastrophe? You know what I mean? Tell me something more about Empress. Avoiding a catastrophe, or avoiding something that was... Yeah, avoiding it by avoiding being pulled into the conflict. So choosing your battles carefully and really not wanting to fight. More a lover than a fighter energy. Not really wanting confrontation or trouble or drama. So it's staying away from it, and it's not even being lured in. No chance, no possibility for that to happen. What's going to happen is, I think, outlined by this Six of Pentacles, which is there's going to be this nice equal give and take between everybody involved in making the scales balanced. This card is interesting because, I mean, the guy's freaking huge, so it took some massive force or energy to try to prevent something real bad for him. I mean, you don't know. Maybe there are people down there or something. So it's something averted, and I think that's a good thing. So that's what I've got for you all. And remember, if you want a private reading, I can do those too. Just reach out with the description box. You should find an email and I can be reached through that. So I'm not going to clarify anymore, I don't think. I think this is pretty good. It's good. This is really coming across to me as like a lover's card of the crossroads. Putting something to rest. Closing out something. Putting something to rest that has been possibly transformed even. Oops. Okay. Messages for Leos. Let's close out the reading with this. And there, and you have it coming out on top of the Empress. That's interesting. That's interesting. 6, the cosmic womb, the divine feminine. 50, spirit of the river, movement towards adventure. Oh, and I like these colors. I like it when the colors things are kind of the theme there. Dragon's Horde, protecting the future. Number 12, this is a really good card. This is a card that can mean true legacy and personal riches and things left to your future generations, things that you'll be guarding in order to leave, right? Protecting the future. This is legacy and true riches. Yes. Says, consider that your moment, this present moment, is the future to the dragon. You may be what we're waiting for. This is a time to be bold. Do not delay or overthink. And bring an offering. It's a rich opportunity to fill your satchels. Nice. So that sounds good. And 50, spirit of the river, movement towards adventure. Addiction to problems, always having to overcome, or like, I'm not reading this word by word, but what it says word by word is the movement towards adventure, but addiction to problems. So it says to get into the flow, right? Get away from the problem or the situation that feels like it needs a solution, and get into the flow and know that all will be well. Yeah. Let go and enjoy the thrill of the ride. Yeah. It says stop working on the problem for a while because the issue is not what it seems. It is your addiction to fixing what has gone bad that is consuming so much of your time. There is nothing you can accomplish with more efforting, as the situations in your life right now are subject to forces beyond your control. And that is the power of the river. And then 6, that Empress energy, cosmic womb, creativity, the divine feminine. It's a reminder you're undergoing a beautiful process, birthing a new self into being. This is like your rebirth. It says you're safe to explore the expression of rejuvenated creativity and release all judgment from what is happening in your situation. And you know what? I've got some tea leaves up here too. Might as well use some tea leaves. Well, kangaroo. This is for the future, right? It's laying out here. Unsettled times need to plan ahead, maybe for the future. Look, tent. This is a temporary situation, so don't get too worried. Temporary situation. I have boat, which is neat because you're being asked to go into the flow of the river, and it's the boat, money or property through an inheritance, winning or windfall. Ooh, and now you've got arrow. You're on the right path regarding some aspects of your life. No, way too many. Way too many. Also the arrow, the focus, Artemis, maybe. What else? Whoa, whoa. Fair woman. I have flowers, happiness. And look, it's almost like this fox is saying, this is what will help you out of the hard times or the whatever temporary situation. Shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business with the fox. So, okay, make sure you contact me if you need a private reading. Send you love and light. Thanks for joining me.